Hey, all you future Forexers out there, thanks once again for tuning in to the Forex Formula Real Estate Training Broadcast. We're now into number 3 on our list. For those of you who are just jumping in, we're recording a 9-part series on what it means to be a Forex agent and the crucial aspects that we focus on in our real estate course. If this is the first episode that you're listening to, I encourage you to go back, listen to the last 2 episodes about being a professional and being accountable. This is number 3. A Forex agent is organized. Hi, I'm Kelly Johnston, founder of the Forex Formula, and the big question is this. How are real estate agents like us able to create a constant stream of commissions and a constant stream of leads while enjoying life without wasting big budgets on branding, without working crazy hours, without worrying where the next deal's coming from in today's real estate market? This podcast is here to reveal the answers. Why is this so important? Why did I include this in the group of 9 critical facets that a Forex agent is all about? Now, some people thrive on being messy. I mean, this is just their nature. And I'm not necessarily talking about cleanliness. I'm not talking about being obsessive about everything being perfect and organized and in its place. Although personally, I find that really helpful. I like things to be organized and in its place. I can't stand searching for things and not finding them right away. I think it's a total waste of time to be just looking for things. Take the time to put things back in the same place so that you always know where to find them. Where are my keys? Always in the same place. Where are my dirty clothes? Always in the dirty clothes hamper, not on the floor. Where are my books? On the bookshelf. Where are my files? In the file cabinet. And in an orderly fashion so that I can find things quickly. That's somewhat organized, right? There's something to be said for this level of organization. I really feel that our surroundings and how we maintain them reflect our state of mind. Now, this may not be true for every single person or personality type. Some people can have a totally messy desk, stacks of things beside the desk, other things stacked on the cabinet beside them in a pile, and that's organized to them. To me, that's messy. For other people, they need to feel that those things are close to them so that they know where to look and they just kind of know where all those things are. They remember all that. I have no idea how they can operate that way, but that's just me. So it's not about messiness. Sometimes it's about laziness. Sometimes it's the decisions that we make. Oh, I just can't be bothered, right? But, I look for wins in little ways all the time. If you have a mess around you because you're being lazy, like old plates of food around and dishes needing to be washed for 4 days sitting in and around your sink, that's due to a choice most of the time. Personally, I cannot plunk myself down on the couch and relax at night until our house is in order. Kitchen's cleaned up, office is organized for tomorrow, all my priorities are all set up for the next day. I've returned all my emails and calls and texts that are important. And my phone's now sitting in my office charging so that I don't feel like I have to look at it. And then, and only then, can I actually relax. And then when I go to bed at night, I actually sleep really well. I sleep like a baby. Some people can just look around at the mess. They do this big, heavy sigh, and then they just push it to the back of their mind, and then they choose to relax. But I gotta ask you the question, is your mind truly relaxed? I don't know. Not for me to decide or judge, but ask that question. Is it in the back of your mind as unfinished business, not taken care of? It's there. It is. If you have unfinished phone calls or issues or items that need to be taken care of and you push it to the next day without formulating a plan to deal with it, you can't really truly relax, right? You can't. I'm telling you that right now. In your subconscious mind, it's still working on unfinished business and it's causing you a little bit of stress. It's just a little bit, but it's not good stress. It's not productive stress. Stress that gets the most out of you, right? There is good stress. So what do I mean by being organized? Well, as we teach in the Forex Formula Real Estate Training course, we talk about all facets of creating the dream business. So if you imagine a dream business, do you picture things being organized? We start with the why, we nail that down. Then we do a whole section on setting goals for real estate based on the parameters of your market area. Then we get into the activities that it takes to get you to accomplish those goals. We get into all the hows and whats and really just fill in the blanks so that every person that takes our course is totally empowered as they go. As they go through the course, you're actually gaining more power. So with that in mind, would it make sense that you organize your life a bit? Organize your priorities. Organize where you should focus. organize and systematize your business to get the most out of each hour, every day, each week, and ultimately each year? Well, of course, right? We make a plan. Then we work the plan, because we know that if you fail to plan, you inadvertently automatically plan to fail. When you employ an organized mindset, your mind becomes laser focused on the most important things to do in a day in order to achieve those goals that fulfill your why. When you work with a plan, you automatically decide what is critical each day, and you hammer those things off first. You schedule time to contact leads, past clients, strategic alliances, and you intentionally do those exercises in order to build your lead generation machine in an orderly, organized fashion with appropriate intention. Figure out how to give value in some way to those people to keep the motor running. You know what I mean? You plan out your open houses 2 weeks in advance, not the day before, so that you can employ your marketing plan to ensure you affect the neighborhood and meet buyers. The whole idea of spending all that time to do an open house isn't just to have the house open for people to haphazardly kind of walk through it, right? You got to make a plan. You got to organize what's going on that day for those 2 hours or 3 hours that you're there. So you plan out your open houses 2 weeks in advance so that you can employ your marketing plan to ensure you affect the neighborhood and you meet buyers. You plan out your showing days for buyers. You plan out your next marketing blast to your farm area. You work by appointment. You get ready for appointments during your hours in between all of these things, and you do it the day before. You are in control of your weeks and days so that you can be incredibly productive and get the most out of every day. That's what I mean by being organized. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Have you thought about it before? Where if you get these little mini things of control going on in your life, you start to get control over your life. And you stop working in your business and getting caught up in the flurry of it all and the little emergencies that fly at you. Instead of dealing with all those things first and throwing you off kilter, you actually are in control of your day. Now, that's kind of the macro part of things. Let's get into the micro aspects. We teach people how to get a file ready for a listing meeting. What are the stages of signing a listing? Which things should be signed first? I would contest the contract is the last thing you actually sign. What steps do we take a buyer through in order to serve them well and lock them in? We got to meet the buyer first. We need to find out their needs. We don't just meet them at a house, start showing them houses. You need to get a plan together. You need to make sure they're pre-qualified. You need to understand their needs, right? All that time needs to be taken. You need to organize that process with that buyer. People feel really confident and they feel super relaxed with you when you show that you're in control and you are telling them about the process that you're going to go through and you let them know how it's going to happen while it's happening. How do we organize these processes? This is crucial. What do you do to get ready for a listing appointment? How do you control the listing appointment so that you ensure that you have a great meeting? How do you set up the listing appointment before you even come to the listing appointment? What have you done before that? How did the conversation go when you were booking the listing appointment? These are all things. So this is what I mean by a Forex agent is being organized. We do everything in an organized way and the results speak for themselves. It's not really hard to look good in the real estate industry. Be a professional, be accountable, and be organized. This is the type of person that people want to trust and do business with, right? This is actually what impresses people. If you take control of the meetings and you have a process that's organized and you're properly prepared for the meeting so that you've thought about the desired income prior to coming to the meeting. You've sent information prior to that meeting when you said you were going to do it and then you showed up on time with your information organized and easy to understand and you have a process to explain it to them. What happens when you do that? Your new client begins to trust you. Do you think the trust factor is going to be increased? They feel relaxed. They let their guard down. They're impressed. Actually, they're surprised a lot of the time. They are now recalibrating in their minds what a true real estate professional is. This is what happens. Would you like that to happen when you meet with people? You've now just raised the bar, and they will now accept nothing less. So who do you think they're going to refer future business to? Even if they don't end up doing anything, they're going to refer people to you. I've had it happen many times. People that I've met with were simply, they weren't able to move yet, or they needed time to get things taken care of, or they had something happen in their life that changed the game plan and I didn't get paid, right? But you know what? I got referrals. Let's face it, that's always the risk, right? Do you agree? It actually happens quite often. We spend a lot of time preparing for a meeting. We do everything right. We have a great meeting, and then nothing happens. But if you're taking the time anyway, is it not worth it to do your absolute best to impress those people? I always say to people, it's never a waste of time meeting a new person and learning about their story. It's never a waste of time. I have no idea where it will lead. I'm open to anything. Every person is connected to many other people in many different ways. Neighbors, family, church family, community organizations, jobs, sports with their kids, hobbies that they do. There's so many different ways that those people that I'm sitting down with are connected to other people. Somebody, guaranteed somebody they know is going to talk to them in the next 30 to 90 days about real estate. Everybody talks about real estate. So organize yourself. Maximize your time output. If you're spending time with someone in a meeting, think about the opportunities that can come out of that meeting. Impress them so that they talk about you in a positive way. This is the best marketing that you could ever do. If I show up all disheveled and I'm not organized and they're asking me questions that I could have answered already in my process, and it doesn't seem like I'm in control of the meeting, are these people relaxed? Are they thinking of me as a professional? Do they have confidence that I'm going to be able to take care of them? Do they think that I'm organized and in control of my business? Do they feel confident that I'm going to do a good job for them? Do they feel that I'm going to get the results they need me to get for them? Or do they think of me as a necessary evil that they have to deal with and they just choose or they just settle on me reluctantly? No, they need to feel that they have made a great decision. And thanking the Lord above that you walked into their life. They need to feel that they have luckily stumbled upon someone who will make a difference in their lives. That's what you want to create. Let's shoot for that. Let's make that our goal. I've created tools that will make you look good. They keep you organized. They show your clients that you're organized, and you utilize systems in order to run your business. This is what a Forex agent is. A professional who is accountable and professional and organized. You are of value to these people that you serve, and their lives will be affected in a positive way because they met you. That's it for today. Thanks for listening today, and I look forward to talking to you about number 4 in our next episode. A Forex agent maximizes their time. Time is critical. Time cannot be returned. There is no return policy on time. I'm excited to talk about that with you. In the meantime, get yourself organized and create some raving fan clients and referral sources to feed your business. All right, make a great day. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that last episode. Here's the reality that you may or may not know. The top 20% of real estate agents take home 80% of the money out there, while the bottom 80% are fighting over 20% of the scraps that are left. Do you have a desire to be in the top 20%? If you're working hard and not sustainably making 6 figures of income and beyond, the problem is not you, it's your system. I struggled for years until one day the light bulb came on and I figured out how to simplify the real estate business. If you want to learn my secrets that anyone can implement immediately, that I still use every day, that pays me multiple 6 figures every year, go to forexformula.com right now. That's forexformula.com. The number 4xformula.com.